The Panther Group launches Joint Ventures, a podcast from the perspective of Cannabis Capital Advisors. Atlanta, Georgia, Scott Berman and Jordan Tritt, co-founders of the Panther Group, a business solutions organization within the cannabis space, ask the question, how do we leverage an ecosystem and assist growth stage cannabis businesses using our relationships and expertise? Through the Panther Group, the team has answered that question with their core mission, to solve critical business problems that inhibit growth for companies in the cannabis industry. They provide fundamental solutions from growth marketing, business improvement, and capital raising. Now, the two founders have created the Joint Ventures podcast. Berman and Tritt will engage a broader audience with this informative new podcast designed for current and future cannabis investors, entrepreneurs and innovators. The hosts will bring professionalism and industry insights with every guest. The topics will cover all aspects of the cannabis space, but through the lens of capital providers. The cannabis industry presents a unique opportunity for private investors to access an asset class prior to institutional capital due to the federal versus state laws, said Tritt. Join the hosts of Joint Ventures as they review the regulations shaping the industry as well as exposing the opportunities in the current and future state of cannabis commerce. Listen to the first episode with hosts Scott Berman and Jordan Tritt here. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Mission Matters. In this podcast, the host covers: what attracted you to the opportunity of the cannabis industry? What were some of your concerns about getting into this industry? Explain to us what MJBiz is. How did you see the opportunity within the cannabis industry? What led you to the Panther Group? What did you see from a startup standpoint in the cannabis space? Where do you see the US and global market going in the long term in this industry? What are the benefits to states for legalizing cannabis? What are some of the greatest concerns that investors are asking before investing in the space? What does the perfect investor look like? What are some of your success stories and exits in the industry? What are other ancillary businesses that are within the cannabis industry? What do you think is the future of what you are doing in the space? What are some of the topics that you would like to cover as a host? Can you explain the difference between Panther Group as a venture capital company compared to being an advisory group? About the podcast hosts and the Panther Group. Scott Berman and Jordan Tritt, hosts of Joint Ventures podcast, are the co-founders of the Panther Group. Panther Group finds solutions to the business and organizational obstacles that hinder the growth for companies in the cannabis industry. They have also developed the Panther ecosystem, their own vetted marketplace with 100K plus cannabis professionals and investors spanning across more than 25 sectors of the cannabis industry, a tool that is leveraged to help companies forge critical connections with other businesses and investors. Learn more about the Panther Group at thepanthergroup.co. Media Communications. Mission Matters Podcast Agency distributes the Joint Ventures podcast. Inquiries, adamtours@missionmatters.com. Media contact and published by KISS PROs at kisspr.com.